The Cowboys flew out of Townsville intent on completing the final chapters in this rags to riches tale.
Yeah, it's pretty inspiring to come here and have all these people here, and I just hope we can do the job for them on Friday.
Once considered the poorer cousins of the Brisbane Broncos,
it's great to be able to repay the fans with some finals footy.
they're now Queensland's best, fighting for a shot at the title.
Definitely, man. This is the time of year you play for.
Like any good story, there's heroes.
We've got a bit of a roll on. Everyone's on the same page and everyone's feeling good.
And villains.
What's your prediction for the fight? Prediction? Yes, prediction. Pain.
No, not that Mr. T. This Mr. T, the T-Rex, Tony Williams.
Yeah, it's scary and exciting, really. He's a big dude.
Yep, he's one big dude.
I think it's scary for everyone on the park going against them.
Coach Neil Henry is scripting an Oscar-winning performance from his cast.
We're playing some good football, and I think it's going to take a good performance to beat us, so we know that.
And while the Cowboys don't train like this, they're ready to knock out the opposition. Liam Cox, and News.
Resplendent in their Storm and Bulldogs jerseys, Joel and Benji Madden are about to tread where entertainers dare, a place where the likes of Janet Jackson have come memorably unstuck.
You mean, is there going to be like a nip slip? there might be a nip slip.
Big football finals, the home of famous wardrobe malfunctions and infamous audio conniptions. That was Meatloaf at last year's AFL decider. Of course, the NRL has had its share too, like the time someone pulled the plug on Billy Idol.
Just wait for some power!
Not that the Good Charlotte boys are worried.
It's nerve-wracking in a good way. It's the kind of, I guess, the same way an athlete wants to play a big game. We want to play a big crowd.
They'll play two of their hits before the NRL decider. Kids from the Sydney Children's Hospital will present the premiership rings after the game. 16-year-old Liam hoping for a Bulldogs victory.
I'll be really amazed. I'll be so excited to hand the ring over.
The Madden brothers are also in awe of the grand final plays.
We have taken our bodies to limits that in different ways, yeah.
That's usually after the show, though.
The pair now footy fans forever. Leanne West, 10 News. Another day, another dose of adulation.
Sei più grande, sei più grande.
Alessandro Del Piero officially welcomed to his new club, even though some of his Italian fans reckon he's ended up in football's version of Siberia.
Oh, my friends say me, okay, Ale, you want to change, but there's a lot of places closer than Australia.
But after yesterday's reception at Sydney Airport, he says he wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
I know there's a lot of expectation, and I love that. All my life I play for win.
Football gods don't come cheap. Del Piero, the highest paid player in any Australian code, but to Sydney FC, he's already worth every cent.
Is the single most important player signing in the history of football in this country.
There's $2 million per season. That's around $70,000 per game, and a home with a harbour view. But as for the reported Maserati, he'll actually be getting around town in a much more humble Hyundai. One of his first trips, making good a promise to his 4-year-old son.
We go to the special zoo where there's kangaroos, and he said, okay, I'm happy.
He'll meet his new Sydney FC teammates tomorrow. Not that he'll need any introduction. Leanne West, 10 News. Brad Haddin in party mode after skippering the Sydney Sixers to the Champions League title. But the news from back home was nothing to celebrate.
In the end, we all unanimously, we just went for Matthew Wade.
It's all about what's best for the team, and I've spoken to Brad, and he certainly knows, this won't affect our relationship.
Haddon's tenure as Australia's #1 gloveman officially over. The decision not unexpected. Wade made the most of his opportunity in the West Indies when Haddon returned home to support his sick daughter.
You know, Had's had some unfortunate circumstances, so yeah, it's nice to get the nod, knowing that, you know, knowing that everyone's fit and available for selections.
11 years younger than Haddon, Wade's been the subject of constant speculation since he scored his maiden Test century and topped the batting averages in the West Indies.
I don't go too much into that kind of stuff, mate. I'm a cricketer. I concentrate on playing cricket. The selections for the selectors, basically.
Haddon's been told he's the backup keeper should Matthew Wade be injured in the first Test, and Australian selectors haven't ruled out the possibility of him returning to the side as a batsman alone.
You know, this certainly isn't the end of his career, in my opinion. I think his batting at the moment is as good as anybody in first-class cricket.
I mean, he's a very fit 35-year-old. He remains strongly in contention.
Haddon's New South Wales and Sixers teammate Pat Cummins also missed the squad, but selectors say he'll be in the mix for the third Test once he's played some first-class cricket. Leanne West, 10 News.